Hi everybody, hi every spirit, Esoteric Cloud Surfer is here to prepare for the new moon in Pisces in 2025. Thank you for watching, leave a like and subscribe and let's get into the business. So we have the moon in Aquarius right now and we'll have very soon a new moon in Pisces. But before we go into the new moon in Pisces, we can already end up our businesses from the last moon cycle. Let everything go, not everything, but let what needs to go so we can have our garden, aka our space, as free as possible to plant the new seeds. And why did I correct myself when I was saying that we need to let everything go and then I corrected myself? Because we still need some good, solid, fertile ground for our seeds to be planted in. So, and that solid ground is basically what you are carrying with yourself within your space. Your perspectives, your stabilities, how you see yourself, how you see the world, how the world sees you, what you think it's possible, what you think you can achieve, whatever, right? It's how basically you are connected to all possibilities and how you make that connection a real thing in your life. And now it's the perfect time to prepare our ground, to prepare our space for the plantation of new seeds. So, what are the atmospherical, esoteric conditions for our agriculture, quote unquote, right? So, the moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Pisces. But the moon in Aquarius, it's a bit tricky. It's not like bad, but it has its quirks. So, let's go through it. Moon means or represents our feelings, our emotions, our privacy, how we attract things, how we react, how we respond, and how we basically develop and go through emotions and feelings. Not just the emotions and feelings themselves, but how you go through them and how you relate them to the world and how you associate your feelings and emotions to external events. And Aquarius, it's fixed air. So it represents our ability to be fixed, consistent, stuck, or stubborn with our own unique way to think, communicate, and analyze in innovative, rebellious, opposing, and fresh ways about reality, structure, limits, boundaries, networking, and associations. So Moon in Aquarius can make us feel a bit more unique or a bit more nervous about reality, about being in the world, about what you are doing into the world, if you don't have already a developed sense of purpose or value. If you don't see value in your life or in a specific part of your life, Moon in Aquarius can make you shake a little bit. But the quirkiness that I was talking about comes from the fixed and air element. Air doesn't do very well with emotions and feelings. It's great when you already have a lot of water in your chart or you are a very watery person and you develop an ability to communicate and think clearly about them. But that area of your life, your moon, for an example, being Aquarius, is a bit quirky, and that's not good or bad. Let's keep that clear, or let's have that clear, right? It's just quirky, a bit weird sometimes, because you're gonna be fixed on some lighter emotions about some deep or important stuff, and vice versa. You will be able to develop some very important and deep emotions about something that you said or that somebody said that it's not really important. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it can catch you off guard because Moon in Aquarius makes us react and respond in a fixed and consistent way to emotions and feelings that are derived or associated with reality, infrastructure, networking, and associations. So, with the sun in Pisces, we are able to see, act, and express in more mutable ways about ours and others' feelings and emotions, dreams and imaginations, spirituality and belief systems in general. So, the world, or how we are acting in the world, is more faithful. It's more about spirituality, perhaps a bit more la-la-landish, perhaps not so real. And with the moon in Aquarius, we are feeling a bit more real, or we feel the need to have a more consistent, yet light and unique feeling or circumstance where we and others can then act in more spiritual and faithful ways. So the quirkiness actually of moon in Aquarius can help with this process with the Sun in Pisces, because you can take seriously to yourself and in front of others things that for others and the world might not be so important or so relevant, because it will still be about reality, but because it's unique and original, because it's your own way to logically and realistically associate and analyze your emotions and feelings, you will be able to take an immense amount of value from those small things in life, or those small associations, those small conversations, or just your perspective about reality in general. And then because you have that seriousness, you have that consistency, and you have that ability to be logical or communicate about your emotions and feelings, you can stand a point, or you can support others in maintaining their position when it comes to their faith, belief, and imaginations, right? So, before the new moon in Pisces, we can use the moon in Aquarius to make us feel and our environment feel more unique, more realistic, more original, more individual, and more relevant and important, because we can attract and fill our field with more realistic but expensive perspectives. Perspectives, I mean. Because Capricorn, for an example, which is the internal, more feminine side of Saturn, which rules Aquarius as well, sometimes they lack scope, or they don't allow themselves to scope very much, because it's about creating those new limits and boundaries. Aquarius, because of the Uranus co-ruling and the element of air, they take what Capricorn builds and creates and they expand on it. So the moon in Aquarius can help bring still a feeling of restriction and limitation, which is not very pleasurable, but using the sun in Pisces, you can see the purpose, you can see the meaning, you can see the spirituality behind it, and in a way, even though you are limiting or bringing more structure or bringing more sense to your feelings and emotions and how you are associating them with others, you'll be able to expand on your own and others' dreams, illusions, imaginations, visions, expansions, and spirituality in general, right? And that's the point, not the point, but the main point in how we can prepare the new moon in Pisces. Because new moon in Pisces will be about creating new dreams, new illusions, new imaginations, new ways to be mutable and adaptable with yours and others, feelings, emotions, spirituality, spiritual belief systems, creativity. It will be also an opportunity to create new ways to heal wounds from all kinds, even physical. It will be a new opportunity to get lost into something, to believe in something that is not really real. And the moon in Aquarius can make us feel what is wrong, or what is more real and what is less real. What can give us, or what can we create around us to healthily limit ourselves, to limit how far we can go within our own internal realm, to limit how far we go within others' realms when we associating and constructing things with them, so we can expand in ourselves, in our dreams and illusions, spirituality, faith, belief and imagination in a healthy way. So just to conclude this first part of the video, moon in Aquarius means we are feeling or reacting about reality and structure, networking and association in a way where you want to feel like we have a unique mind and a rebellious and opposition, or a mind derived from opposition, or that is able to oppose something that is not truthful or realistic to us. And that can make us feel a bit shaky if you don't feel already the power to challenge yourself and the world around you, or you can attract people that will oppose you, and you have to oppose them back to achieve a state of equilibrium when it comes to making sense and apply some structure and limits to yours and others' feelings and emotions. And then Sun in Pisces, it's all about acting, expressing, and envisioning more faith, more spirituality, more attraction, more creativity, more dreams and illusions in general. So Moon in Aquarius and Sun in Pisces means feeling more realistic, more fixed, consistent, and unique about ours and others' visions and expressions that deal with being mutable when it comes to spirituality, creativity, emotions, and feelings. And how can we prepare the new moon in Pisces? Just using the actual moon in Aquarius is to look, create, and attract feelings of uniqueness, feelings of stability, stable progress, feelings of expansion in ways that make sense, that are real, that we can support and be supported on, while always maintaining a feeling of uniqueness, originality, individuality, and freshness. And now let's take a look at how the moon in Aquarius can help us bring more sense, more stability, more freshness, and more association in limited and responsible ways about our feelings and emotions, about our personal space, about our internal space, so we can prepare correctly the new moon in Pisces in most areas of our life. So, moon in Aquarius is fatal attracting Mercury in Pisces, so feeling more realistic, feeling more structured, or feeling more dry about how we and others are thinking, communicating, and analyzing, especially if it is in more mutable ways and about feelings, emotions, creativity, and spirituality. Moon in Aquarius sextiling Venus in Aries, an opportunity to feel more dry, to feel more distant, to feel more unique, to feel more responsible, or to feel more associative when the relationship or the thing being related is about creating new feelings, creating new realities, creating new imaginations, or just about having a real relationship. So with the moon in Aquarius and Venus in Aries, it's all about uniqueness and individuality. It's all about being strong, strong-faced, strong-minded, strong-hearted. And the moon in Aquarius, and Venus in Aries, it's creating an opportunity for us to feel more unique or to attribute more value to unique relationships, to real relationships where we support each other while being our true self, while expressing our personal interests, personal insecurities, and personality and personal life in general. So how can that move in or slide in into moon in Pisces? Because new moon in Pisces can create this too easy connection, because Venus is exalted in Pisces. So it can be too easy to connect. It can be too easy to be in love. It can be too easy to be mutable and whatnot. And moon in Aquarius, Venus in Aries is creating an opportunity for us to feel out, to scope out what are the real relationships, what are the real spaces to create and attract real relationships, what are the feelings and emotions that we should be limiting, what are the associations that we should be limiting, and what are the principles, the visions, and the imaginations that we should be creating and then associating in a more responsible, dry, but still expansive way, so we don't be like chickens without a head, running around trying to connect our feelings and emotions, creativity and spirituality to everything else. So it's basically an opportunity to feel out where are the real relationships, the real, unique, powerful spiritual ships. Moon in Aquarius is also in conjuncting Mars in Cancer, misunderstanding our passions, motivations, and anger and aggressiveness, because Moon in Aquarius is asking for more stability, for more logic, for more association, and for more reality into our emotions and feelings. But Mars in Cancer is bringing new emotions, new feelings, new comfort, new privacy, and new spiritual purposes to our passions and motivations. So we're feeling more dry and more realistic, but our passions and motivations are more spiritual and more emotional. We are being more fixed about our emotions and feelings, but our passions and frustrations are more cardinal. So those things are misunderstanding. How can we use this to prepare for new moon in Pisces? So we can be now aware of how us can misunderstand our own passions and frustrations, and how the world can be misunderstanding our passions and frustrations right now, so we don't allow those misunderstandings to be a part of the new moon in Pisces. And always keep that feeling of uniqueness, reality, and stability when it comes to your emotions and feelings, because then moon in Pisces will be trining Mars in Cancer. So new moon in Pisces will be a new gift to bring mutability and to bring expansion to those new emotions and feelings that are about passion, motivation, anger, and frustration. So now we must feel out in what spaces within us and around us or closer to us are we developing or attracting reality and structure. So there, because there will be the places or the networkings or the associations where we'll have that gift between the new moon in Pisces and Mars in Cancer. Next, we have moon in Aquarius trining Jupiter in Gemini. So right now we have a gift to feel more consistent, to feel more responsible, to feel more tense or pressured about how we are expanding, traveling, and obtaining wisdom and knowledge. So this can be very good, because once the new moon goes into Pisces, it will be squaring Jupiter. So it will be a new learning lesson. But right now it's a gift. So right now we can bring a sense of confidence, a sense of structure, or negatively a sense of stuckness, a sense of insecurity that does not allow us to expand, does not allow us to communicate, doesn't allow us to even think about different areas and be more mutable with our minds. Because Jupiter in Gemini is basically achieving expansion, achieving wisdom and knowledge by being more mutable and adaptable to how you think, communicate, and analyze in more realistic, cold, and social ways. So, but the pressure of Saturn on the moon can make you feel so pressed that you can't really be that mutable, or you don't allow yourself and people around you to be that mutable. So don't go that way, because then it's going to be even more tension when the moon goes into Pisces. So right now, use the gift to even bring some lightness to your internal space, to bring some flexibility to your internal space, or to bring some consistency, some reality, and some good networking and association to how you have been expanding, traveling, and obtaining wisdom and knowledge. Then moon in Aquarius, fatal attracting Saturn in Pisces, feeling more real, feeling more dry, feeling more consistent, and feeling more ready to network, associate, and limit in unique ways how you have been feeling, imagining, expanding, being creative, and associating spirituality to your reality, to your circumstances, to your networking, to your limits, to your boundaries, and how you obtain and maintain stability and progress in a more slow but steady way. Then, actually, before we move on, how can we use this to anticipate the new moon in Pisces? So new moon in Pisces will be conjuncting Saturn here. So basically we'll have the opportunity to create or attract a new world. So moon in Aquarius right now is bringing us a sense of more reality, and the dryness can take the illusion, can take even the magic negatively, but positively can take the illusion and the uncertainties about how you are being mutable and adaptable and spiritual in your reality. So then when the new moon comes in and it's conjuncting Saturn, you have the right mind, you have the right directions to create that new world. Then moon in Aquarius, squaring Uranus in Taurus, learning how to feel more unique, learning how to feel more light, learning how to feel more communicative while maintaining a sense of respect, responsibility, and consistency about unique situations that involve change and uniqueness, but that also involve stability, profit, safety, security, and privacy in realistic and valuable ways. Moon in Aquarius, fatal attracting Neptune in Pisces, feeling more real, feeling more structured, feeling more pressed, or feeling too realistic about grand illusions and grand imaginations. And Moon in Aquarius, last but not least, conjuncting Pluto, so feeling transformative, transform in general, attracting transformative circumstances, being aware of subconscious transformations, and being aware of tiny details that indicate environmental transformations around you. And we can use this right now to derive a lot of wisdom, to derive a lot of knowledge, a lot of indicators, a lot of pointers to then use in the new moon in Pisces to bring forth new dreams and imaginations, to bring forth new spiritual belief systems and new ways to apply your creativity into reality, so it can flow with the way with how we and the world is transforming right now, so you can have the best experiences, connect in the best way, and be the most profitable spiritually and physically speaking, because you're going to be you're going to be on time and bringing some creativity, bringing some spiritual value to you and the ones around you. And that's how we can use the moon in Aquarius to prepare the new moon in Pisces. So real quick, let's make a resume to be very clear. Moon, how the moon in Aquarius can help us in Mercury areas, bringing more in general to all the alignments right now, because the only alignment that it's really in an understandable way aligning with the moon in Aquarius is Gemini. So all the other alignments are in air and fire, in water and fire, I mean. You have Uranus and Taurus, which is also about reality, but basically Aquariuses can bring to Sun, Saturn and Mercury more consistency, more confidence, more reality, and more healthy limits and boundaries while being communicative. Then it brings to Venus more stability, more consistency, and more clear perspectives about your feelings and about the values of the relationship. And it can bring more consistency, more stability, and more notion about the world and how you fit into the world when it comes to our passions, motivation, anger, and frustration. When it comes to our expansions, travels, and wisdoms, it can also bring more consistency, more stability, and a easier way to identify who are your right audience and the right associations to expand upon on. You know what I'm saying? Then about Uranus, just bringing a sense of lightness and a sense of uniqueness and individuality that might be blocked by that Taurus alignment. It also is bringing an easier time to associate, think, and communicate about your own mind and about the world, Mercury and Saturn. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. Remember to get your new moon reading with me via IG or email, or just getting a general reading. I hope you enjoyed. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. See you on the next time.